For now, a hometown NFL star is once again giving back. Former New England Patriot and Greenville native Matt Light has just wrapped up his annual summer leadership camp. Also joining us, the Light Foundation Program Director, Nick Schuckman. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Always good to see you, big boy. This is a typical summer camp, but in a lot of ways it's not. Tell me how it is and how it isn't.
Well, you know, it's a summer camp from the mindset of just getting out and being in the woods and enjoying nature. But, you know, these young men make a 4-year commitment to, you know, really trying to have a game plan and understanding that where they are today is going to be vastly different 4 years from now. So we take these young men from different parts of the country, we bring them into this 4-year program where we teach them all things about being real, responsible, ethical, accountable, and at the end of the day, becoming leaders. And, you know, with people like Nick who are in their lives every week, every month, making visits to their hometowns, and then bringing them into our camp for a good 2 weeks in Darke County, enjoying, you know, not just the fun things, but really working hard. It sets a great example with all the different people that we interact with for them to really learn and grow.
So, Nick, this is not just 2 weeks and you're done. This is 24/7, 365.
Yeah, this is all year. You know, once a week I'm checking in with them, family members, community partners that are working with them, and once a season I go to their home city and visit them to kind of take those things that we learn at camp and bring them home. Because a lot of times kids do go to camp in the summer, they learn something and don't know how to apply it back home. Yeah. And so I kind of help them make that transition, help apply their things back home, and check up with them once a week to make sure everything's going good and see if they need any help.
It's been a long time since I've been a teenager, and my kids are both in their 20s now. So what are kids this age group dealing with today? What kind of issues are they dealing with?
You know, we get some of the kids from cities that are really pressured with drugs and gangs and, you know, just the pressure of fitting in and understanding what their role is. And, of course, that kids aren't learning the way we used to learn. Yeah. You know, they're not actually doing things as much as they are just kind of playing with electronics and things that, you know, everyday parents have to deal with.
You know, we didn't have to worry about being bullied on Twitter.
And you
but that's a real issue today.
So many of those things. And so finding their identity, understanding what their role is and who they are, and then really fighting through some things. I mean, some of the young men we work with have had to battle through extreme circumstances. And, you know, it's just nice for them to be able to say, I got these people in my corner, which is really cool.
I don't imagine you were ever bullied, were you? Who would be that dumb? One of the things, Matt, people love about you, you've won 3 Super Bowls. I mean, you have been to the top, but you've never forgotten where you came from. That's refreshing because not all athletes are like that.
You know, I feel like, you know, growing up in Greenville and a small town, but yet close enough to Dayton and all these other areas, and having the family that I did, I just feel so blessed that I was given the opportunity that I had. And so, you know, for me, being able to work with young people and let them realize some of their dreams or just work side by side with them and watch them have success, that's a lot of fun for me and my entire family. You know, Nick does a phenomenal job, but we have so many people here locally, Dayton, Greenville, and the surrounding area that make this thing come to life and really provide these kids with some awesome opportunities.
Only have time for one more question. Nick, you forgive me because his former team has been in the news as of late, as you know. Your thoughts on your buddy Tom Brady and what your franchise is going through?
Yeah, you know, it's a difficult thing, and I think it's difficult because the league has worked so hard. When I played for 11 seasons, one of the things that was great for me was to learn the history. And the history is that we've had a lot of people fight, you know, for us to be able to have this great game of football. And now you have a guy like Roger Goodell who has taken it upon himself to run something all the way through that isn't benefiting anybody, and it's really targeting a guy that, no matter if you love him or hate him, has done so much for the game of football, you know, for our football game. So it's a tough thing right now, but at the end of the day, we're going to get back to throwing touchdowns and having fun and get past all this chaos.
And it all started about whether a football was properly inflated.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Hard to believe.
It is.
And it's headed for federal court. Matt Light, of course, Nick Schuckman, thank you so much for joining us today on 5 on 2.
Thank you.
Always